In this video, I will provide a comprehensive buyer's guide to the W204 C63 AMG, which was produced from 2008 to 2015. I will go over the history of the C63, the changes by year, some of the options, and what to look out for when buying a C63. Compact sports sedans were a tough segment for AMG in the early 2000s. BMW's M3 was a step ahead of the C32 and C55 AMGs. The hype around the announcement of the V8 M3 slated to come out in 2007 was massive. Starting as early as 2004, work began on the development of the C63 AMG. By mid-2005, C63 prototypes were already undergoing testing on racetracks such as the Nürburgring. The C63 shocked the performance car market when it was announced in June of 2007, just 48 hours before the official launch of the E92 BMW M3. The C63 featured the racing-derived M156 V8 engine from AMG's bigger cars, detuned to 451 horsepower. It was initially available as a four-door sedan or a wagon version outside of North America. Most AMGs of the past put priority on straight-line speed over nimble handling, but not the C63. AMG took some of the advancements from its CLK63 Black Series and applied them to the C63, focusing on things like precise steering with good feedback, a balanced chassis, and a honed suspension setup. Compared to the standard C-Class, the front track of the C63 was widened by 1.4 inches, and the front fenders were widened. The rear track was also made wider as well. The AMG-specific sports steering system had a quick ratio of 13.5:1 and optimized steering geometry. With its 7-speed automatic transmission, the C63 was the very first AMG car to feature an automatic throttle blipping function during downshift, making the operation of downshifting much smoother. The C63 also received very powerful brakes compared to the M3, with 6-piston calipers up front and 4 pistons in the rear, clamping down on large, cross-drilled discs. Along with the aggressive front and rear bumpers, the C63 added distinctive bulges on the hood to give the car a truly muscular look. AMG threw in amazing seats similar to those in the CLK Black Series. Finally, the car featured a fantastic exhaust note. With their 2008 C63, Car and Driver magazine tested a 12.3-second quarter mile at 116 miles an hour, easily outpacing the BMW M3 and the Audi RS4. In fact, this quarter mile time matched that of the old supercharged E55 AMG. The C63 is the right package, the right size, and has the right engine. Here's what you need to know when buying one. We'll start with the differences between the model years and what year to get. Generally, the newer cars are better. The launch year for the C63 was 2008. AMG quickly improved the C63 by offering the P30 Performance Package in markets outside of the US. The P30 Performance Package included an Alcantara steering wheel, raising the electronic speed limiter to 175 miles an hour, compound front brakes, stiffer suspension, and a limited slip differential. For model year 2009, this P30 Performance Package became available in North America for $3,900 US. For model year 2010, AMG discontinued the P30 package and introduced the P31 Development Package. Compared to a standard C63, P31 added lightweight AMG forged pistons from the SLS AMG, lightweight connecting rods on the SLS, and a revised crankshaft also from the SLS AMG. New engine management added 30 horsepower for a total of 481. The P31 package also had the AMG compound braking system, now with red painted brake calipers. P31 package cars also had an exclusive titanium gray finish on the engine intake runners as opposed to a silver finish. The package also included a carbon fiber trunk spoiler, and finally the package featured an AMG leather and Alcantara performance steering wheel. The limited slip differential that was previously part of the P30 package was available as a standalone option, code 471, for $2,000 after P31 was introduced. The suspension components of the P30 package were completely discontinued because of owner feedback that it made the ride too stiff. A few other changes came for 2010, such as a keyless go becoming an option, new side mirror designs, and a backup camera becoming available. For 2011, 19-inch wheels started to become available for North America. For 2011 in Canada, AMG released 30 units of the C63 Affaltbach edition with exclusive interior touches, P31 package, and exclusive Designo paint. This is just one of the many regional editions of the C63. For 2012, AMG released a facelift W204 C63, which featured new front styling, new taillights, and a new interior. Most importantly, a two-door version of the C63 was made available. For 2012, the 7-speed automatic transmission lost its torque converter and was updated with a faster, wet startup clutch for better shifts. For 2012, the C63 Black Series was released. Designed to be the ultimate C63 at a much higher price point, the car was completely revised. The pronounced fender flares housed a 1.6-inch wider track in the front and a 3.1-inch wider track in the rear. The Black had adjustable coilover suspension, fatter anti-roll bars, and bigger brakes similar to those of the SLS-AMG, and the Black had forged 19-inch wheels. The engine took all of the P31 performance package upgrades and added a more aggressive tune to the engine to deliver 510 horsepower. A stronger limited slip differential was added. A differential cooler as well as a larger transmission cooler were also added. Among other weight-saving measures, the rear seats were removed and racing bucket seats were installed up front. For the US market, however, compared to the rest of the world, the C63 Black Series was a bit tamer as they came with rear seats and had standard C63 front seats. Many US models even had a panoramic glass sunroof option, while some European models got a slick top roof, which is much more optimal for a track-focused car. For 2014, AMG unveiled the 507 edition, available in all three body configurations. Celebrating the last hurrah of the M156 engine, the 507 took all of the P31 performance package upgrades and added Black Series engine mapping, bringing power up to 507 horsepower. The 507 came in a few exclusive paint options and interior combinations. Another unique item taken from the Black Series specifically for the 507 was the distinctive aluminum hood with nostril cutouts. The 507s also feature unique lightweight forged alloy wheels. An AMG sports stripe located above the rocker panels and unique interior touches were added. The 507 had the option of the AMG Performance Media System. Keep in mind that for the 507 edition, as well as other P31 package cars, the limited slip differential is still a standalone option that is not part of the edition, but generally the 507s were mostly optioned with the differential. Beyond the different versions and editions, there are some important options and packages to look out for. In terms of individual options, there is keyless go, Parktronic system, carbon fiber interior trim, and the limited slip differential as mentioned earlier. Another option was 19-inch wheels, except for the early years of the C63 in North America. Leather packages on the C63 always have quite a bit step up in terms of interior quality, and multimedia packages offered better infotainment features. Another package to look out for, especially for the 2012 and newer cars, is the lighting package with bi-xenon headlights and curve illumination. Otherwise, you will get the standard lights which don't illuminate the road nearly as well. The 2012 and newer cars also had optional driver assistance features like Distronic adaptive cruise control and lane keep assistance. When it comes to paint and interior colors, all of the options for the C63 are generally good, outside of the lighter interior colors not wearing as well as the black interiors. Now that we know what C63 to get, here are the problems to look out for. The primary discussion for issues with the C63 starts with its engine. The quick rundown on its rare but significant issues start with the cylinder head bolt snapping on early cars, excessive cam wear at higher mileages, and issues with the camshaft adjusters. The most significant change with the C63 is that the head bolts were updated partway through the 2011 model year, after engine number 60658, which can be found with any online VIN decoder. If you want to know more about the engine in the C63, I have already made a dedicated video on the M156 engine, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description of this video. With the rest of the C63, wear and tear items will come up at higher mileages, such as engine mounts and front suspension control arm bushings. The transmission is reliable when taken care of, with fluid services every 40,000 miles being recommended. Keep in mind that servicing the brakes are going to be fairly expensive if you have a performance package car, over $1,000 for a pair of front brake pads and rotors when it comes time to replace them. Overall, these are reliable cars if taken care of. Being proactive with oil changes and other maintenance items will keep these cars running to higher mileages. There is a big range on the prices for C63s as they were produced for 8 years and newer model years are more expensive. The late 507 edition cars with low mileage still go for well over $40,000. Black Series cars go for around $80,000 and up. Many early C63s are available for under $20,000. Getting a good low mileage example with service records will pay off in the long run. Overall, the C63 W204 will go down as one of the most iconic cars that AMG has ever built. Later cars, like the 507 edition cars for example, will be collectible cars in the future. AMG will never produce another car like this, a small car with a large, naturally aspirated engine. Thanks for watching, and if you want to support the channel, buy a sticker from my store, link is in the description. Otherwise, subscribe for more videos like this.